So let's start. Today, I want to start with on the kind of suspend position, which is sitting on your heels. And then while we're doing the warm-up on the top part, we can also be at the same time stretching. Remember, it's very good to be stretching the top part of the feet. So that's why we can do that for while we do the rest. If it gets too much, obviously, you can actually sit on the cushion, so it actually helps to raise up a little bit, or you can use the blankets. But I think we should try and get a little bit more and more used to sitting on our feet. So let's just find that moment of peace for a few breaths, centering, aware the breathing. Maybe find that moment of dedication to this hour, trying to keep thoughts outside the room or off the mat. And then we can open our eyes and we'll start. Let's take our arms up, breathing in, stretching the shoulders up rather than the shoulders into the ears as we fill up the lungs completely. Then we release, palms down, and bring our arms down. Once again, breathing in, arms up. And arms down as we breathe out. Just the right arm up, breathing in. Stretching to the sky, holding the arm, breathing out. Breathing in now, stretching both arms. The left arm can also do a little bit of work going towards the floor as we stretch the right arm to the sky. And then breathing out, releasing the shoulder, releasing the arm down. Onto the other arm, left arm up as we breathe in. Stretch, filling up the lungs. Release the breath, continue the arm up. Second in-breath, both arms pulling away from each other. Right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky, breathing in, filling up. And then releasing the arm, releasing the breath. Left arm on the left side, and we just bend towards the left. Just take a few breaths here in your own time, just going deeper into the side bend. Being in this sitting position obviously is a different feeling from when we're actually sitting in lotus position. 2 more breaths. Going deeper if you can or you feel like it. Breathing in, both arms up. Breathing out, right hand side. 2 more breaths. Third breath, breathing out, going deeper. Breathing in, both arms up. We're going to twist left hand, right hand, left thigh, and we twist to the left. 2 breaths here. Breathing in, both arms up. Left hand, right thigh, and we twist to the right. And we release both arms up, breathing. Okay, from there, we're going to come straight out. Maybe if your heels are a little bit paining or your feet, then just give it a wiggle. Okay, after that, we're going to go on to all fours. And then from there, here, similar to what we did on Sunday, right knee up. Don't kick on the right. Just start gently. It's going to have a compression on the lower back, but a nice stretch on the front of the hip there. Taking that knee up, chin up to the sky, and then release both neck and knee. Left side, knee up, Gently but firmly, and then deeper with the chin up, knee up, and release. One more time on the right side, knee up, chin up, and release. Same with the left side, knee up, chin up, and release. Now left knee to the side, holding it up. Maybe little pulses at the end, just to make the side flexors here work. And release. Other side, I'll do it facing the camera. Little pulses. Just to feel those muscles working. And release. Now right hand side, again the same, but now rotation. Rotation to the front of the knee. And then rotation back. Continue rotation back. And then release that leg down. I hope you can see me. Somebody said I'm gone. Okay, then left side, left knee up. And rotation forward. Rotation of the knee forward or to the side, and then rotation of the knee back. Really rotating the hip, but I say knee so that you're aiming for the knee and not the foot. And release. Okay, the last one here, which is a little bit of a classic right knee up. Okay, let's go back to the 3 Bs. Remember, blanket, belt, and blocks. Let's get the belt, if you have it at hand. We're going to catch that foot behind us. Some of us might need the belt, some of us might not. So let's start again. So I'm going to do right knee up, belt on the left hand, looking over my left shoulder, catch the foot with the belt or with the hand. And then we're going to do that stretch we did at the beginning, knee up, chin up, but obviously helping ourselves with the hand. Pull 3, knee up, chin up, 2, stretch everything and release. Other side, so this is going to be left knee up, right hand with the belt or the hand, and catch the left foot behind. And then stretch the chin forward, chest up, left knee up. Keep on breathing. Lifting the knee up, pulling it with the arm. Chin up, 3, 2, and release. And then there, just go for a child pose or a wild child pose, which would be with your knees open and just find that hip melting onto the ankles. Nice deep stretch of the lower back. Just give it a rest. And then we're going to do a little special cat-cow today. We used to do it, or we've done it in the past. Okay, everybody's in. Sorry about the checking up, but it is a new medium. So today we're going to do the cat-cow flowing, to child pose, and then lifting up. But try and lift in a cat back, or let's call it rolled back. Come to a rolling at the chin, arching the back, and then leading with the sacrum here, the tailbone, leading with that, and down to child pose. Now twist the hip forward as you roll your back, coming forward, chin to chest, and then gradually rotate the hips, open the chest, lift up the chin, and then start leading back with your tail. It's It's not a natural flow, but when you get it, it feels really nice. So it's like a wave running through the body. But basically we're doing this, it would be the cow, this would be the cat. Sometimes I prefer to actually call it arching the spine and then rolling the spine. Let's do that 3 more times, and then we can use the breathing in, and then breathing out as you go into your child pose, emptying the lungs. Breathing in as you come into the rolling of the spine, and breathing out. 2 more times. Just try and find your flow. It's just only your body can give you this access to any movement. Just a nice way, different way of doing the cat-cow, and it just feels really nice. And then we finish up in child pose again. Little rest there. We've done the warming up. Now we're going to go on to some planks. So I repeat, as I always do, if the plank is too much for your shoulders because you haven't built them up, then you do the baby plank on the knees. This is also putting weight on the shoulders, yeah? If you can go to full plank, then you're just going to raise the knees up and then just try and get the chest forward, neck out, chin up. And the main thing is to feel the shoulders are actually working correctly. And one way of doing that is knees down, come onto your heels, and then just find your arms forward. We've done this before. Pretend you're reading a big book or a newspaper, and then just roll the paper open, and your shoulder blades are going to go down and in, yeah? And that would be the way, the best place to have your shoulders position to actually get a nice strong shoulder so they can actually take the weight and get stronger. So we're in plank, yeah? Also the core is engaged here. It's a passive pose, but it's working. It's making our shoulders work. If it gets too much, you put your knees down. If it doesn't get too much, you raise the right foot up. Swap feet. Left foot is up. Core engage. If it's getting, a little bit of a tumbling tower, then knees down. Right foot up, and then right knee to the right elbow. Breathe out. Breathe it. Right elbow. Breathe out. Just find your breathing 3 more times. Swap legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left knee, left elbow. 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. 5. Push the hands away. Broaden your shoulders. Get the scapulars or the shoulder blades down, and release the knees. Release the weight, and come onto a little baby child pose, not a baby pose. Find your way. Little rest. Right, second part of the plank is going to move on to a side plank. So once again, nice broad shoulders, strong shoulders. If you can't do it, that's your prerogative to actually just trust yourself and respect your body. So plank, and then this time we're going to go left foot across the front. So we do an L, yeah? So the left foot is underneath, and now stretching, really lovely stretch of the outside of that foot. And this way where the side plank comes. See, just going to do it 3 times. Breathe in, open the shoulders. Breathe out, thread the needle. Slowly breathe in. Push both arms away from each other. Breathe out, thread the needle as you stretch the outside of that leg. Last time, breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, thread the needle, hold it. 3, 2, and hand down. Other foot out. If you need to take a little break, do so. I'm going to take one. Let's take all a break. Back to plank. Right foot across front of me, making an L. Breathe in, open the shoulders, all the weight on the right shoulder. Breathe out, thread the needle. Breathe in, open the shoulders. Breathe out, thread the needle. Last time, breathe in, push the arms away from each other. Breathe out, thread the needle, hold, 2 breaths. Hands down, knees down, and little child pose. Okay, enough arm weight. Let's go on to one knee. Now again, for these, you can either, to protect this knee and also to make it just a little bit more comfortable, you can fold the mat, so the knee's actually on double mat. You can use a blanket, or I found packaging, the secret of packaging. So this is a little foam I found in one of the packagings, and it just does really well. So I've got my weight on my right knee and the left foot. And then we're going to try and square those hips forward as we take the arms up. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Right elbow across the outside of the left knee, and we twist. 3 breaths. Go a little bit deeper. Twisting. The next in-breath, cartwheel our arms back, and we take our right hand direction of the thigh or calf or right heel. And we just do a back bend with a side twist, if you see what I mean. Back bend twist. 3 breaths. Be gentle on your lower back. Yeah, there's no need to throw all the weight on the lower back. Breathing in, cartwheel your arms up again. Left hand, left hip, and we bend to the left. Breathing in, both arms up. And this time we're going to go both hands in front of us, trying to get the rib cage or tummy across, past that left thigh. Hands down, elbows down, whatever you can get down. We're going to crouch into the space between our knee and foot. Two more breaths here. Going deeper into, it's like a lizard type of pose, yeah? But with the knee up. And then we come up. Breathe in. And we swap sides. Protecting the left knee, where the weight is going. The other foot is up. Hips facing forward, arms are up. Breathing in, stretching the arms up. Breathing out, left elbow across the outside of the right knee. And then we have the arms in prayer pose, and we twist to the side. What you could be trying to do here is to get the prayer or the hands in front of the chest, which means that you have to really be sideways. That's what we're going towards, yeah? Direction of travel. Suck your tummy in. Sometimes that helps for the spine to twist a little bit more. Breathing in as we cart our arms up back. And again, we aim for thigh, calf, or left heel. Carting the arms back to the front, right hand on the right hip, and we bend to the right. Bring our arms up, and then we crouch down in that gap in front of us to do like a tall lizard. Again, your hands down, maybe elbows down, whatever you can. Okay, just checking there's any technical problem here. So we're getting the again the tummy, rib cage, past that right hip. And then we come back up. Swapping 1 second last time. Weight on the right knee. And now we're just basically gonna lean forward and have that lovely stretch here on the right psoas, right quad, just leaning into it. See if you can feel those muscles, and then if you close your eyes, see if you can feel something deep inside, which is the psoas that we talk a lot about. It goes from the top of the femur through to the lower 4 or 6 vertebra in the spine. So it actually goes right through from spine to leg. That's why it's so important. And then leaning back, we're going to do a runner's stretch here. So just stretch the front leg and then just lean into that front leg. It's the opposite side of the opposite leg and the opposite muscles, yeah? The hamstrings there stretching. If you want to feel more, go deeper, tummy to the thigh. If you want to feel more, you can lift those toes towards you now. That really has a really deep stretch here. I can feel it. I hope you can too. 3, 2, and release. Swapping sides. I'm going to face the other way, but my left knee is down now. My right foot is up. Just so that you can see, I don't know, my left side, I guess. And then we lean. No, so we have this stretching thigh to the camera. Again, see what you can feel here. And if you go deeper, if you close your eyes, see if you can feel something deeper, nice deep muscles. I mean, there's lots of muscles, obviously. There's one particular that is actually deep inside our core. And I mentioned it normally when we're doing this exercise, yeah, this is a kind of anti, sitting on the sofa, anti-sitting in a car, and anti-sitting on a desk, at a desk, because we're stretching the opposite direction. Keep us mobile, keep us flexible. And then coming out of it, again, find your runner stretch here. Maybe, I adjusted my right foot there, so I can actually try and get the tummy on the thigh and still have some weight on that knee. Feeling enough, you want to feel more. Tummy on the thigh, chest to knee. And if you still want to feel more, grab those toes and bring them back. And that definitely does it for me. Three, a little bit deeper. Tummy to thigh, 2, chest to knee, and release everything. Okay. Maybe sitting on your heels. And while we're in this position, before we go on our feet and start our balance poses, let's do a deep shoulder stretch. We haven't done this one for a long time, but yeah, it's always good. So what we're going to do is it's like a puppy pose, which means that we're going to lean forward from the vertical knees. So we can actually do a puppy pose here. That's going to open the shoulders, chest to the ground. But I'm going to do it in a special way today, which is using the blocks or a cushion or a blanket. And I'm going to put my elbows on the blocks, hands behind the head, and then just go head down and stretch the shoulders. So it's just pure shoulders, yeah, more than chest. So I've got my elbows on the blocks. My hands are in prayer pose behind my head. And I'm just allowing the weight to open my shoulders there. Maybe move your neck a little bit, move your jaw, checking it's not tensed up. If you start getting tingling, then that's nerves. We shouldn't really be trapping nerves. So if the tingling is coming on your arms, then maybe come out of it and just do a normal puppy pose or a child pose. Three more breaths. And then as usual, we try and come out slowly by bringing the weight over and readjusting the shoulders. So the shoulders are not in a stretch position when they take the weight. And sit on your heels and maybe rolling up the shoulders a little bit just to readjust. And we stand up. I'm going to need these in a little while, so let's put them on the side. Right, so just a straightforward side angle. Let me do it left foot forward. And we're going to do the same twist as before. So going deep into it, maybe trying to have both feet planted on the ground. This is a good occasion, as we normally do, to actually feel the arches of your feet. Maybe bring in the strength of the lower legs to lift the feet up, yeah, try and avoid collapsing into the feet. And then from there, left elbow, outside left knee, and we twist. In this case, actually, I'm lifting my right heel up. So yes, this is actually not a warrior one position. It's more of a forward stance. So I'm sucking my tummy in, pulling my tummy in to roll the tummy over the thigh a little bit deeper, and then breathing out. 3, 2, and now this time when we release the body, but stay in the same position. Grab a block if you have one, or a hand on the ground, and then just twist in the same direction, but with the chest open. Open the chest, arms away from each other. Maybe you can look at the upper arm if it feels good. 3, 2, and 1, release. Coming up and swapping legs. Okay, before we do it, let's still do pulling the arches up, even though we're going to then allow the heel to lift up. But let's just do this very quick exercise while maybe we'll get a little bit of breath back. So lifting the arches up, opening the toes, and then from there, release the feet, still keep them, especially the front foot firm on the ground, allowing the left heel to come up, left elbow outside, right knee. Once again, suck the tummy in, getting over that thigh, and then breathing out and adjusting. Try and get the hands in front of the chest. That's what we're aiming for, to get a nice side twist. Straighten the back leg, leaning to the front one. And then releasing the arms and the twist, staying in the same leg position, left hand on the block, and twist to the right. Stretch both arms away from each other. 5, 4, 3, and releasing into the center of gravity and coming up. Okay, the next one is, it leads on from here. All this twisting will help us in this other one. And we're gonna do, it's the bird of paradise. Is that what it's called? And yeah, bird of paradise pose is a big challenge, but that's lovely. That's why we do them. So if you can't do it, you know, we're trying. This is the one where we actually finish up with the leg kind of coming up like that or something. But let's start into 3 stages. First stage, forward, leaning forward. Second stage, the opposite direction. Left shoulder inside, left thigh, yeah? Remember when we did that previous lizard pose? We need the belt. Sorry, I forgot about that. We need the belt, or some of us will need the belt. So I have the belt by hand, at hand. So I've got my left shoulder as deep as I can inside my left thigh. And then the right arm comes behind. In my case, I'm going to need a belt because my arms are just not long enough. No, I'm not flexible enough in this direction. So up, right arm up with the belt or without the belt. We bring it behind us. This left hand is going to roll under that thigh to scratch our left buttock. And then we grab the belt or we grab the hands. If you're grabbing the hands, that's a nice feeling. If not, then we just binding. Yeah, so I'm actually pulling my both hands are pulling away from each other because they're bound, and I'm in this position. And then we open the chest to the side. You can stay here. We're going to go 2 more stages. You do the ones that you can, and you try the ones that you can't. Right foot towards the left foot. Now the weight's going to go on that right foot. Balance pose. I haven't done this one for a while. So we're on the right foot. My left leg is all tangled up there under the belt. And then we stretch that right foot as far as we can. This will be bird of paradise. Opening the chest. 3, 2, 1. Release the foot. So relieve that leg. And then we go down the same way we came in. Left foot down. Right foot up. Opening to the side. Releasing the arms. And releasing the body. It's a good pose to try. It's a little bit advanced, but it's nice to try because it's got the balance, the binding, and yeah, this sort of strange balance when the brain can't quite work out which leg you're on, etc. There are many poses like that in yoga, which is nice because you have to readjust your brain patterns. Weight on the right, bending the right foot, forward stance. Once again, leaning into that gap, like a lizard, trying to get the tummy and rib cage inside this right thigh, shoulder right on the knees, as far as you can. The right hand goes to the right buttock, left hand lifts up, goes behind. We bind the hands and then enjoy that bind. Opening to the side, leaning into it, open to the side, pulling the hands away from each other through the bind. And then if you want to go for stage 2 and 3, left foot to the middle, taking the weight on that foot. Standing up, open the chest, trying to stand up straight, and then if we don't fall, stretch that right foot. Release the foot, coming back down the way we came, which in my case is going to be difficult because I've rotated. Right foot down, left foot out, open the bind, open the chest in the bind, releasing the bind, releasing the torso, and coming back up. That's a lovely, difficult pose. And it's good to have one of those in every class, really. Challenge ourselves. So have a moment of maybe Tadasana, a little out of breath. Maybe the best way to catch the breath by just standing. Mountain pose, close our eyes, and come back to our body. And we release. Okay, second stage and last, no, not last stage. Let's do another standing pose. So from standing, we're going to go to the front slips, forward split. So left foot forward, maybe again have the blocks with you. We're going to go pyramid. Basically means both legs straight, facing forward, hips facing forward, feet planted on the ground, both legs straight. Remember, we try not to hyperextend the knee, but actually lock it in place. And then forward fold from the hinge, from the hips, forward, half forward fold, half fold. So I'm not diving to the ground, but I'm actually folding like a klappen is a nice German word. Fold. Half fold, and then hands on the floor or on the blocks. And now we can go deeper, but we go deeper by putting the tummy on the thigh. Yeah, so we get this deep stretch on the back of the leg and the back of the glute, and then the chest towards the knee. That's how we forward fold in this case. I hope you're all feeling nice, deep stretch of the back of the leg here, calf, hamstring, and a little bit on the back of the glute there. Going deeper into it. Every time you breathe out, you get your tummy to wrap further on the thigh. And then we come up gently, maybe pushing with the hands so as not to use the spine to lift us up. And we swap sides. I'm going to swap legs so the blocks stay here. So right foot forward. Again, find a nice length of step there. Both legs are stretched. We're facing straight forward direction of the mat. And then we're going to do a klappen, fold. Halfway, just to top the torso, just fold, hinging it at this point, at the hips. Once we've done that, I'm going to get my tummy on the thigh here. That's it, and then hands on the block. And then you can go deeper. Now you got a little bit of weight on your hands. You can allow more weight of the lower torso on the thigh here, and a nice deep stretch on the back of this leg. Breathing out, a little bit deeper down. Breathing in, relax. Breathing out, a little bit deeper down. Breathing in, relax. Lifting with the hands and then with the back. Release, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to do that one again with weight forward and back leg up. It would take us to a standing split. So we're on the left foot forward. Find your pyramid pose, hips facing forward, leaning forward, coming down. This time I'm going to put those blocks further forward to then take the weight on that right leg, on that left leg. And then, yeah, I don't know if you want to use a block or one block or just find what's best for you. If you need to use the wall, I'm nearly having to use it there. And then we're going to actually pulse this one. Yes, so breathing in, right knee up, breathing out, bringing left knee to the back of the left calf, right knee to the back of the left calf. Breathing in, lifting up, stretch, breathing out, right knee, back of left calf. 3 more times. Maybe just one hand. At least weight on the hands. 2 more times. All this lovely work being done on the left ankle. And then on the last one, we stay up. Maybe hands on the ground, stay up, half standing splits for the ultimate challenge. Hands on left ankle. Three, 2, and 1. Coming forward to your center of gravity to release that position and standing up. And then we do the other side. Maybe a little wiggle of the spine. Remember, as we get not younger, as we get older, the lower spine suffers, especially, yeah, I guess men and people with extra weight, which a lot of us have. So we're going to go from pyramid, gently forward fold, hands on the blocks, take the weight onto that right foot, and then remember we're going to stretch that left up, maybe using one block, no blocks, just see what feels right, and then breathing out, left knee, back of right calf. Breathe in, pump the leg up, breathe out. Breathe in. Stretching both legs as far as we can. Two more times. Next time, stay in the standing split. Stay there, lifting the left knee up. Maybe 2 hands on the ground, maybe just one, maybe none. Hands on the ankle. If you can, great work for balancing. 3, 2, stretch the left knee up and release everything to the center of your body and rolling the spine up. Whew, and that was our balance poses. Maybe wiggle a little bit the lower back and then we sit down. And for a gentle winding down from there, let's just fold our left foot in front of us and then grabbing the right foot, shin or calf, yeah? Or maybe even using the rope. I've got the rope here, so maybe you can use the rope to hold it up. We're just basically going to do a stretch of the back of the right leg. But if it's feeling as if you're like rolling, falling back or falling forward, then use the rope. Yeah, it's better to actually be in a good spine, good back and spine and chest, than to actually have your hands on the feet and not be in a good position. I'm going to try and get the both hip bones on the ground. So then I need to use the rope. Yeah, both sits bones on the ground, lifting the leg up. 3, 2, you should be feeling nice deep stretch here again. Knee towards the chest and release that foot. Other side. Again, if you don't have a rope, you could be grabbing your calf or your shin, your lower leg, or the feet. I've got more flexibility on this side, so I can feel my hips on the ground there, chest open, and lifting the foot up. Knee towards the shoulder or the chest. 3, 2, lifting up a little bit further, hip down, knee up, hip down, knee up. 2, and release. And the next passive one for resting. Let's do frog. We haven't done frog for a very long time. Right, how I like to do frog. Why grab the blankets? Because I've got, this tile floor like most Spanish houses have. So I'm going to actually put that on the ground and then use the blanket to allow my knees to roll, to slip out. So I'm going to put the blanket on each side of the mat. I'm going to put one knee on top of the blanket. You can do it this way, or you can just do it on the mat and then just, move your knees out. But I just find that because I've got slippy floors, then I can actually put knees down, opening the hip still above the knees, elbows on the ground in front of you, and then just start allowing the hips to open. As I say, you can actually do it by hand if you're on the mat or on the carpet. If you're on a sleepy floor, then you just let the weight open the knees. You can have elbows down, or you can have chest down. Just it's a very clear pose. Yeah, we're just opening the hips. Frog pose. Let's have this, hold it for another 3 breaths. Maybe allow the knees to open a little bit further, jiggle them a tiny little bit with your hips, and then just allow the weight to open the hips. Well, really to stretch the flexors is really all muscles that's holding all that together, which are good muscles, but it's good to stretch them. Relax into it. Now to come out, I'm going to use my arms rather than my hips. And then once I got my elbows down, then I can bring my knees inwards. Yeah, so it's not good to use the muscle that you're stretching to lift all the weight when they're in the extreme. So we try and use other muscles. So that's our froggy. From there, let's go to what we don't often do, which is a shoulder stand. Because this is one of a little bit critical with weight on the neck and that. So it's a small group, and I think you're all experienced. So I'll do it with you. But one of the main things that we want to do here, don't go down yet, is when you actually go on your shoulders, is don't look sideways. I mean, I know that probably nothing will happen, but when you actually go extreme weight on the shoulders and then you twist to the side or to one side or the other, then it's not advisable. So one of the things we say, point 1 is just once you're up, don't look at the camera, don't look at anything, just continue there. So the various ways of doing the shoulder stand. Yeah, that was one. You just go here. You can just have your knees totally folded over the ears or over the forehead. So you're not really going on your shoulders. You're more on the top part of the back. You can go a little bit deeper by putting more weight on the shoulders, which at the same time means more weight on the neck, which is where it all gets a little bit critical. But, not to be scared. We can all do it. But just depending on our experience, our body type, our weight, we just have to be aware. Yes. So weight on the shoulders, and then just hold it
knees down or knees up. Just do what feels nice. But it's a good pose to do towards the end of the class. We're going to take all the blood or the pressure, the blood pressure off the feet and onto the head. All the organs are now feeling very weird being upside down. Gravity is pulling them in the opposite direction. So blood flows are different. If you're flexible and you like playing with your flexibility, you can start bringing your feet down towards above your head, which would be plow pose. I've got a table there on my way, but you can go towards plow pose. You can put your knees as headphones. You can lift up again. And now another important thing is not to flop, flip back, but to roll. When you're ready, you can stay for another couple of breaths. When you're ready, we're going to put the hands down to take the weight and roll back onto the mat. And then just enjoy a little mini shavasana. And then talking of shavasana, stay lying down on your back, grab a block or anything, a blanket, something that you got that can take a little bit of weight. And we're going to do the pontoon. Again, this is now lovely for the psoas, to stretch the hips in the opposite direction to our sitting. So we're going to put our feet by our glutes, lift our hips up, find with the block the sacrum, the tailbone, not the back and not the bum, but the sacrum where that bone is, and then put 1 or 2 blocks, whatever feels nice. But remember, we're actually putting the weight on bone, not on the spine, on the sacrum. And then either stay here. Once again, we have this is an inversion pose. Anything that means that the heart is above the head, it's an inversion. So here we have it, technically a tiny little mini inversion, but it means that there's more blood flowing towards the head. But then what I love about this one, which you need to judge yourself whether it feels nice or not, is to start stretching the legs and making the pontoon. I guess pontoon is like a bridge. And then as you go deeper into it, we have this really nice deep stretch of the forward flexors here, and then deeper inside your psoas. But it's got to feel right, your lower back should not be highly stressed here. And let's hold that for maybe, I like this. If you put your arms back, it's even better. At least in my case, it feels nice. Cactus arms. 5 breaths here, just relaxing, feeling that front part of your hips really opening. We can simulate this sometime in bed. You grab a couple of pillows, take hubby's or wifey's pillow off her, and then put it under your sacrum, and let's just do a little baby pontoon. Two more breaths. Very long breath. I'm just enjoying it so much. I don't want to come out, so let's make another very long breath. I don't mean it, breathe normally. I'm just staying here for another little while, which is going to lead us right into a lovely shavasana. So lifting the feet up, taking the weight off the blocks, releasing the hip down, maybe keeping the knees up for a little while the spine adjusts, melt it, and then stretch the feet slowly again.
Staying lying down. You can do any little micro movements that you might feel like. We're going to go into Shavasana now. So if you feel like just very gentle side movements, maybe lower hip, maybe shoulders, maybe just do that now. And we're now coming to 9 o'clock Central European time, which I think most of you are in. And I'm going to leave you. I won't guide you through the relaxation, but you can do it yourself. Just stay lying down. In this YouTube version, you can't really say goodbye, which is something we'll get used to. But do leave feedback. I know the camera is really not the best. It's a different computer. Everything's changed today. So just a little feedback is welcome either in the WhatsApp or in the group. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. Namaste.